Thanks very much. This is going to be hard after the last one. Go ahead. I'm chair of the Victorian Society Wales group. I want you to learn to love old buildings like this romantic folly outside Cardiff. And all of these buildings are important too because they're the background to our lives. I know it sounds a bit frivolous after the last thing, but, you know, this is important. You know, we've got to cherish our world in lots of ways. The Millennium Centre, does anyone know what the words in English are? In these stones, horizons sing. These stories seep into the structure. The Pentre Ifan Portal Dolmen was built 5,500 years ago. And they think it was a burial chamber, but there's no bones there. In fact, it's man's striving for impossible engineering on those points. Caernarfon Castle was built by Edward I to suppress the Welsh finally after 200 years of battle on a Norman model bailey near a Roman site of subjection. Cyfalfa iron works in their heyday. Merthyr was the centre of the world for iron making, and this strikes hard with what's going on in Port Talbot. And an important site, but very little left of it. Brynmawr rubber factory. Those shell domes were the prototypes for Ovarup's design of Sydney Opera House. It could be a site where so many people would come and visit, but it's all gone, really. This is about to go. Broadcasting House in Llandaff. We're going to lose this important building. They paved Paradise and put up a parking lot, and this is what's going to be outside as people queue to get into Cardiff. The Vulcan, a lot of you in here may have campaigned to save this. It was a big fight. It was doomed from the start. The developers wanted it to go. But there's a good news on this when we're starting to turn the tide on these buildings. It's going to reopen in St Fagans. Custom House, literally just metres away from here, under threat of serious insensitive development. It's beautiful inside. It needs protecting, as does all of the Bay Area, and especially the coal exchange. Here, I mean, they say the world's first £1 million cheque was signed. There's no proof, but nevertheless, the wealth of Wales and Wales itself is built on all the money that went through. I'd like to see it set up as a World Heritage Site along with Navigation Colliery in Crumlin, which is the most complete example of a pit left in Britain. This is another important site that may be under threat. British Nylon Spinners, designed by Sir Percy Thomas, pioneering example of an industrial building for a pioneering industry where all the nylon yarn was, utopian ideals about work. There's a wonderful group of artists and designers set up trying to save the building with an innovative avant-garde creative centre combining arts and IT. Check out www.mamhilad.com. Ruperra Castle. This is a pageant castle just outside Cardiff. Not many people know about it. There's only one of four in Britain, the only one in Wales. We're trying to save it. We've got a scheme together. Better news for this one, 2.5 million of lottery money is coming through. Merthyr, having failed to get World Heritage status because they demolished so much of their iron industry, now realises these buildings have added value. The Red House has already turned around parts of Merthyr. It's an amazing centre. Go there and see the heroes and villains, all the stories about the local people. It's a huge centre of cultural regeneration, as will be Insult Court in Llandaff, which opens in about 6 weeks or so. Another lottery-funded project. Thank God for people doing the lottery, because where would we be? Thanks to all. Keep on trying. And Penarth Pavilion. I mean, this is a great success. Lots of films, lots of events. A terrific increase in footfall and a real impact on the local economy. It beat the Mary Rose Museum as an RICS project. So, as I said, in these stones arise and sing. This is people celebrating Empire Day in the Coal Exchange. We want to celebrate our heritage. It's important to who we are, where we are, not just as a backdrop to Doctor Who and Sherlock. Your heritage needs you. It's in crisis in Wales. Most of us are volunteers trying to save it. And we want it for the future. So you lot have got to get out there, support it, help us, shout about it, text about it, Twitter about it, whatever else. Just do it. Thank you.